for babies.
You gotta hold them like this too.
Yeah, it's just like a baby. Good morning. Welcome to Garage Garage. We're back at it on the K-Truck. We're waiting on some parts for the motor. Kind of the story of this build. We're waiting on parts for a lot of things. But I'm gonna get back to the chassis itself and start tearing some more stuff off. I also have to put the control arms back on. We've been pushing that off too long, but the suspension should show up next week, and we're expecting the body kit to show up on Monday or Tuesday. So I'd love to have this on the ground. I hate pushing it around. So main goal, try and get this back on the ground and get the fuel set up, everything else prepared for the motor. Here, Drew. Hey. Diego's helping shoot today. It's a nice day. It's not raining for once, so we're gonna get a lot done. I got this from some of our sweet guys on Twitch. So if you don't watch us on Twitch, you're not gonna get some behind the scenes cool stuff. Just saying. Oh, I'm about to pull out the fuel cell, the stock one. We'll drain it of fuel if anything, but I think we're gonna get a different fuel cell from James's old car. So I'd like to get this out and start measuring it up to see if it will fit. Which I'm pretty sure it will, but I think it's a fair bit bigger than this. Just want to see how long this thing lasts. I wonder if this wire will give up. Yeah. Just a little feel.
Oh, no big deal.
We have to change out the lines because it's going to be running the E85, so everything's going to change and start over fresh. Alright, so I just pulled out all the fuel system, basically everything that I didn't need, but what I'm going to do is move to the front subframe, get the suspension arms back on. Had to find a bolt, that's why I didn't do it last time. So this is just to hold the control arm in place. This lower control arm needs to be mounted to this. And what I'm gonna do is weld this on, and I made it this long so we can get these bolts for the engine mount. Otherwise it would be very difficult to get to. This is our new design between Kyle and myself. And we're missing one. It actually fell into there and we couldn't find it, so Kyle's making me another one right now.
You kind of bracket for us?
I'm gonna try. I don't know where I saved it. So kids at home, you gotta save your files, know where you put them. Cause I'm in a rush right now, and it's like I gotta slow down and remember where the I put it.
2 hours later.
Found the file?
Yeah, I found the file. We just imported the drawing, which I made in Illustrator, right into this program called SheetCam, and we're gonna tell SheetCam how we want the machine to cut. So what we're gonna do is create a tool path. We select layer 1, which is this whole layer, outside offset, and you can see it's gonna start on the inside. It'll cut this out first, and then it'll cut the outside out. So as you can see here, you select your material, mild steel. So what we'll do is we'll have to get this sheet of steel off and throw the other sheet on. Thank you guys for having me.
We're gonna make stuff up just to have Kyle come back.
Please do it. If you haven't noticed, I'm shooting a different project right now, but my heart aches, so I'm not shooting Garage Garage.
We're just gonna make up a bunch of brackets that are absolutely useless to us. So now what I wanna do is get these welded on. I feel like we got a pretty good spot on this, and then we'll just replicate each side, weld them on, make sure they don't move, and we'll move on from there.
What are you checking for right now?
Caster, where the wheel is at in location to the wheel well. So the center of the hub, the caster looks a bit forward, but I believe it was to begin with. Just trying to make sure it's usable. If that becomes a problem, what I'll do is cut this and make this adjustable. So I can't tell because we moved everything from the factory spot, and this was as close as I could get to the factory setup, but now that it's off the car, it's a little harder to see. right, so front control arms, I welded it on, so let's hope they work. And now I'm gonna move to the rear back bar, which I never actually welded, so I'm gonna do that right now. I'm probably gonna TIG weld everything because I'm out of practice and I wanna just have fun. So I'm gonna take this off, put it on the bench, TIG weld it. Just cleaned it up a little bit. Probably should have cleaned it more, but
What's up, Jeremy?
steel's not as crucial as aluminum. I mean, it is, but it's this is all welded up, and I'm just gonna throw it on. Well, actually, I might grind it down a little bit, just clean up these edges. They look like so. Clean that up, throw it on, and then assess our situation. All right, so we got the old fuel system out, prepared for the new one. Like I said, we got to get that out of Dean's old car, or maybe I'll have to modify this one if we're not able to use that. And then we finished the control arms. They're back in there. It actually looks pretty sick. Pretty happy with the way that turned out. Should be fairly easy to go in and out, take the engine mount in and out. Finally got around to welding this, which is something I really needed to do. Hopefully everything shows up next week. We'll have the motor stuff ready. It's actually coming at the end of the day today, but these boys have to get Hertz car ready for the burn yard.
What are you talking about? It runs.
Yeah, broke it and then wanted a warranty.
Oh, yeah, this is warranty work?
Yeah,
This
you
is
wanted
warranty work? It is warranty work. You made it. You should stand by your work.
Well, the belt blew off and nothing out of it.
Oh, so it's unrelated
Yeah, so
warranty
it's not
work.
his fault.
It's not covered the warranty, so you got money. You got money.
Yeah, I have so much money. Look
jacket.
at my.
Dude, this looks rich.
I was born this way.
So we got more to get ready for. Next time on this, we're gonna get a lot done. Stay tuned. All right, another day back on the K truck. It's a good day for us because BC has sent in our custom coilovers for the K truck. Gonna try it out, finally get this thing back down so we don't have to push it around on the jack, which has been a kind of a nuisance for us. I'm pretty excited to see how these things fit, if we can slam this thing. These guys worked pretty hard on making a custom set for a K truck. Pretty sure this is the only set, I'm 100% positive, this is the only set of these coilovers for this truck in the world. So gonna try them out, put them on, get this thing sitting on the ground and probably lower it a little bit. This is the custom rears, adjustable here, sick. Sample of what we have in the front. That's sick, dude. This is gonna be so awesome. The ride height here, it's already pretty damn low. This is sick. Man, that's some quality stuff there.
It's for babies.
Come on, man.
They're too cute. You gotta hold them like this too.
Yeah, it's just like a baby. These things were
I think
bad.
they're sick though.
Yeah, here's the rears too. Check out these adjustments.
Pretty badass. Oh,
That's sick, isn't it?
that's sick. Yeah, I haven't actually seen that.
That's some completely custom stuff there, dude. Yeah. Just give a special shout out to Cody for talking with me back and forth about this. Cody at BC Racing. He helped out a lot. Slam this thing. Right in. I sent this dude cell phone photos. Like, props to these guys for being able to knock this out the time that they did. This is like honestly the only part that I was worried about because I measured it so many times. I sent him a bunch of measurements. He's like, I hope I did this right. I was just measuring the distance in between here, and then I had to take a bunch of measurements from the stock stuff and the location of where everything was sitting, and nailed it as far as I can see. Let's see when we put this knuckle on. sick, right?
That's rad, dude.
These
Custom
are-
made.
see how- yeah, check that out. Adjustable inside here. That's sick.
So now we'll be able to roll it around.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on the wheels in a few minutes. See how low will she go? This must be the smallest set of coilovers they've ever made. I guess the closest thing I've seen to this is a Miata. That is sick. All right, so the BC coils are installed. It looks sick. It's already way lower than what it was. The back may take some adjustment because it's on a leaf spring, so I may have to do that, but the dampening adjustment and stuff on the back is super sick. I'm really impressed with the fitment of everything. No issues, super easy to install. So I'm gonna put the wheels on, set it on the ground, and see what it looks like.
Rubbing. Like your thumb's touching.
Oh, you know why? Because there's no bolt in that control arm. Forgot I didn't put a bolt. Lost point. Stole one of the other bolts from a drawer. Much better. Tie rods are still way off. The alignment's gonna be off because it changed a lot of stuff. So you can see both the wheels are pointed in like this. Just bring it back out to the right height. And also I moved the location of these pickup points. So quite a bit's changed. Let's see if we can figure that out.
What goes into adjusting the toe?
So it's just these two nuts here and here. And you twist this in between and it'll extend the tie rod so the wheels will go further out. And this was all-wheel drive, now it's not. A lot of the other shit's out of the way. The axles and whatnot. Like if you look down here, when I twist that, you see it move out, and then move it in. Just twist that. So it's just that simple. Get it to where I feel it's pretty straight, fairly good knee. And then I just the other side, same way. So much better. It's sick. Just gonna check for some of the rubbing. It's good. So the casters moved forward a little bit, but I expected that. I put it forward on the cross member that I made. Kind of wanted the engine weight to be behind the wheels, just so it's a little bit easier to drive because it was pretty much directly over it. Should be fairly simple to drive. Now, when we get the new wheels, they're going to be a fair bit wider. If that becomes a problem, then I'm going to have to move the caster back a little bit. We'll see when that comes in. All right, so I'm pretty pumped with how this turned out. BC crushed it on this job. So next, body kit. We're gonna see how that fits. We're gonna have some more motor parts come in. We're gonna put that in. Right now this is sitting without any engine weight, stuff like that. It can go lower. We just wanna make sure everything fits well, but right now I'm pretty pumped with where we're at. Next week's gonna be amazing. So thanks for watching. See you next time. Hope you guys enjoy the show. Coilovers are sick. Actually, next time we're gonna get a cool body kit. This time it should actually be on there and look really sick. Hopefully I don't screw it up because I'm kind of nervous. It's really expensive and rare because it's the only one in existence. What's up, Muscles Taxi? Trying to Tyrannosaurus Flex on them. Tyrannosaurus Flex. Comment below. Let us know what you think of the truck. Let us know what you want to see on the next Garage. And subscribe to this channel and every other channel. My build's coming up soon. You're gonna catch that on Project Cars. Subscribe to this if you haven't already. Tell your friends. Subscribe to every other channel we have. There's like 30. I don't even know what channel we're on right now.